Well, it's been a while. Okay, yeah, there is gonna be a little bit of story time, but let me say this ahead of time. Me doing story times will entail some things for the future that I hope you guys will like. For the first time ever, I actually have an editor. So, hello, editor. I love you so much. So, whatever dumb shit you're gonna say in chat is gonna be there. And all the dumb shit I'm gonna say is gonna be in there. Yeah, pretty much. I've been to 2 conventions in a row. I apparently survived, but there were some very cool things to say about both of those conventions. I have not prepared any kind of like slideshow. I have not prepared any presentation about these conventions because I'm dumb. You had over a week, shut up! I got no PowerPoint from the convention, but I do happen to have photos. I did work on something, come on, god damn it. But yeah, how was the first day of MCM? Okay, let me start to talk about MCM. It's my 3rd year being there, and I had such an amazing time this time too. And it was so fun for one specific thing, and it was the fact that I was surrounded by other VTubers, and they're all were very, very nice and cute. They took care of me like crazy for the entirety of the weekend. I was there with a friend, but the problem is that on the 2nd day, which is, as you know, usually the most heavy day in the sense of people coming in, they were sick, they got a fever, and I just stuck alone at the booth for the entirety of the day. That was very fun, and I also did some very dumb things. I am very dumb. I told you that I'm not very good at conventions when it happens to say no to people, and I apparently took 11 commissions to do on Saturday. I am dumb! I do not know how to say no at conventions, guys. I am very sorry. But for the ones of you that were not at the con, allow me to show you the actual, like, booth. You know, I haven't showed you the booth. Ta-da! This was this year's booth. No pillow, yeah, no pillow. I'm not gonna bring that to conventions. I'm very sorry. But I know that you're not here to know about the booth. I know you're here because you've heard something. You guys heard that somebody has gifted me something very interesting at the con. So, some of you guys, before the convention started, like on stream, they told me, oh, Sulia, I have something to tell you. I might have a gift for you when I arrive at MCM London. Please, make sure to have some space in the luggage. I was like, oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Thank you so much for thinking of bringing me a gift, you know? I was, like, trying to think, what is this gift? What could it be? I was thinking of figuring, you know, like it's something cool like that. Like it's gonna be a little bit big and stuff like that. And said person arrived and I was like, oh, Louis, it's so nice to see you and everything. Yeah, chit-chatting. And they hand me a bag and I just hand it over to my helper. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much for the gift. Oh, it's very appreciated. And my helper starts to look at me and they're like, Sulia, check the bag. What do you mean check the bag? And give me that bag. I opened the freaking bag and this was inside. So now tell me, what compelled you to give me this? What kind of demons were in your mind when you handed me over a freaking Switch 2? I was like, I don't remember how I reacted, Halloween, but I remember that I was like speechless for a bit. And I was almost crying. What do you mean, why not? For your information, I then proceeded to tell Halloween to just like take everything from the booth. And anytime they threatened to pay, I just shut them the hell up. But yeah, I could give them a Switch too. And to treat myself after, of course, said gift, I bought myself a pizza. Another cool gift people gave me, I have a little anecdote to tell you before jumping on the next con. It was an amazing con, but at a certain point, I noticed a thing. This is very personal, I believe, to tell you. I started seeing, like, the sales. And on the first day especially, I was very, kind of, like, not very happy about it. And I told that to my helper. And I was like, oh, girl, I feel bad. Like, I'm not making, like, enough money, you know, as I thought. And they looked at me, then in the eye. I was like, yeah, fucking course, you're gifting things to everybody. I was gifting stuff left and right. And I'm not joking with this. Whenever somebody will come to the booth or just say, oh, I follow you on like Twitch, I was like, oh yeah, that's amazing. Take a print. I just noticed after the con, I was like, yeah, I didn't make enough, like as many money as last year. And my friend was like, yeah, dumbass. I wonder why. After I came back from MCM London, I had to pack in like 12 hours to go to Luca Comics and Games, which was the next convention. That was an interesting convention because it was my first ever Italian convention with a booth and everything. And that was something that I wasn't expecting. Luca Comics and Games takes place in 5 days. And I swear, my art book sold out on the second day. of 5. And I was pissed. I was so fucking pissed. I was like, oh yeah, it's an Italian convention. I don't think people will like my art book. Dumbass thinking. Apparently. I'm stupid. So I sold out all my art books in 2 days, and it was without anything else for the next, you know, free. But for the ones of you that didn't see, I had there too a little corner, a little booth, a little pot of my stuff. As you can see, it's not a lot, but you might be looking at something here in the corner. Well, guys, for the first time ever, I finally saw myself IRL. Let me just show you the best picture that I have of my own cutout. There it is. I have it in my house, by the way. I brought it back home, guys. She literally is in the back of the studio looking at me. Talking about conventions, I had a very nice time at Luca Comics and Games. It was honestly amazing. I really hope eventually to be back there. I hope so. I am not sure if next year we'll be able to, but we'll be working on it.